Oh my god, guys! Cora's back! Cora's back! Did you guys see her? She's right here.
Dude, she came back last week.
Yeah, that's like old news.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh, okay.
Hi.
So, yeah, moving on.
Okay, so I believe it's time for an all-new episode of SCNS Live. Sorry, I didn't feel that energy before, but now I feel it. Welcome to an all-new episode. I am Matt. Over here to my right is Jason the X.
What's up, my nerds?
I don't know if you know this, but he's a co-founder of the show. He did this show a long time ago. He started a while ago, and he started it with the man behind the cameras today is Professor Chris K. We're changing up the introductions because, you know, he needs some loving too. He's got a new haircut and he's got headphones on.
I still think we need to get him a little camera.
He does need a little camera to go off of. Anyway, we'll get him a mic and a camera anyway. We'll figure that out. But also to my left is Miss Cora! She's again back. She's once again back. We didn't ship her off to Georgia yet. So,
Don't, please.
No?
For the love of God, do not do that.
Is it because all the currency is peaches? Is that it? You can't deal with that
peaches?
No, that's fine. I mean, I made a lot of peach cobbler that
Oh,
way.
excellent. That's nice.
No, it smells like pee.
Oh.
Ew. What?
Not something you would have thought about.
I really like...
What about the libraries? I mean, because I've heard that they just have brochures of books in the libraries.
Wow.
They don't have a good selection of books.
Oh, I see.
Sounds like liberal redneck over here. Y'all don't read.
I'm sorry. I think I'm mistaken. I said library. It's library, right? Library?
It depends on where you're from, but yeah, library.
Can you stop insulting yourself?
No, I'm insulting Georgia. There's a difference, and she's okay with it. All right. And
It's okay because I'm Georgian and I allow it.
see, high five. Boom. And right over there is the champ.
Hey, Champ is here. MPX Tag Team Champ, GWF Tag Team Champ, and newly debuted NTWA Wrestler.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hey,
Go
congratulations. North Texas Women's Association. Really proud of you to become a champion
pineapples. No,
for that. You know,
that's not
I mean,
true.
it's really hard to win in that division. So good for you. Good for you. All right. Next week, he'll be the South Texas Women's Champion. And then over there, running the show as well, he is our stage manager, and he's often drunk during all of this, is Mr. Robin Tropey.
I am not drunk.
You're a little bit drunk. You're drunk on power.
Well, okay.
Yeah. And nude pictures, because today is Send a Nude.
That's NTROPI1 on Twitter.
Yeah, he needs them.
Make sure you don't hit all in your address book.
Do it all of it. Seriously.
Don't
Anyway,
hit all recipients.
so, tonight's show, it's a really good one. We have a lot of really in-depth conversations.
Notes.
Yeah, we do. We are all very official, as you can see. And one of the things we'll be talking about is A-Kon versus Fan Expo. We're going to discuss, you know, all the pros and cons and our personal experiences because they're running on the same day.
Which is so weird.
Yeah, same weekend. So we really need to we need to help you decide which one you're going to go to. And then we also are going to talk about, well, some video game addiction. There's a big problem out there in this world, and we need to get to that.
I got this one covered.
You do, and you're going to do a really good job of that. And then we also, you are also bringing us an Angry Birds review.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised about this. You'll see. You'll see.
But, as we always do, we have to start off with the best weekly segment every week. It is Super Cool Nerd News.
Super Cool Nerd News is powered by Cinelinks.com. Cinelinks, your one stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinks.com. Opening up this week, we're going over to the DCEU. Looks like a Harley Quinn solo film is on its way, and we'll focus on not only the Joker's most loved girl, but several other DC female heroes and villains, with names such as Batgirl and Birds of Prey, and the Birds of Prey surfacing. Now you can next see Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad, which is directed by David Ayer and hits theaters on August 5th. It will star Will Smith, Margot Robbie, Joe Kinnaman, Jai Courtney, and Jared Leto as the Joker. In other female movie news, Ghostbusters' second trailer hit.
Still just drinking that haterade, huh?
Boo, BC. Boo.
In good movie news,
Boo.
Michael B. Jordan is looking to join Ryan Coogler in Black Panther. That's right, he will team with his Creed director for the Marvel Studios Black Panther, inking a deal to join it for their third outing together. Now, it's not officially confirmed, but words are it is very close. Black Panther has a February 16th, 2018 release date, and with production set to begin early 2017, it also stars Chadwick Boseman and Lupita Nyong'o. The CW has dropped their superhero universe trailer, and it looks pretty cool. Anticipation for next season's superhero shows, which will now include Legends of Tomorrow, The Flash, Arrow, and Supergirl. I, for one, think this was a really fun-looking trailer, and I can't wait to see it. In some disappointing movie news, it looks like the Rogue One director Gareth Edwards exits Godzilla 2. This comes This comes hot on the heels of the move from Godzilla to a new release date. However, word is that he left the project before the release date, and he has other projects he wants to do. We're told that the split was amicable, one for Legendary, Warner Brothers, and Edwards, who helmed the first of the series in 2014, and promptly signed to direct Rogue One later this year. In more movie news, Transformers 5 has its title. For more on that, Jason the X.
I don't give a fuck.
All right. Thanks, Jason. Transformers 5 will be called The Last Night, and as Tyrese Gibson lobbies for a new part, we do know that Josh Duhamel will be returning as Nest Commander Colonel Will Lennox.
He wants a new part?
Not a new part. Looks to get a part. My bad. I
Slightly peaked with Josh Duhamel coming back because I liked him.
That's right. While on the sidelines, Amari Nolasco still waits for someone to remember that he was in the first film.
Who?
Exactly.
Michael Bay's production is set to ramp up early June, and Transformers The Last Night opens in U.S. theaters on June 23rd, 2017, followed by a Bumblebee spinoff on June 8th, 2018, and Transformers 6 on June 28th, 2019. Yay! Robots in disguise. Batman: Return to Arkham. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are being remastered for the next-gen systems. That's right, you can now play the original two games on your Xbox One and your PlayStation 4. I know I'm going to get them because I'm still trying to get through the first one on PlayStation 3.
What is wrong with you?
I know, isn't that just terrible? It's not WWE, John Cena's not in it, so I haven't really played much of it.
You actually stopped and played WWE, you stopped and played Battlefront.
I still play Battlefront.
And you haven't finished Arkham anything?
I haven't finished Arkham anything, but I will when they're available worldwide on July 26th for the low price of $49.99.
That deserves a punishment board, I think.
Bandai announces Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is coming, a sequel to last year's Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and a first look is set to debut at E3. I'm pretty sure Matt will have a good look at it when you could possibly join him at E3 in LA. More on that a little later. But in our most important news story of the week, 30 years ago today, Lieutenant Nick Bradshaw passed away. We will always remember Goose.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, no. What the hell?
Yes.
Highway to
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Top Gun is 30 years old. I've watched it about 4 times this week, and we went like this. He went like this. I said to Hollywood, where'd he go? He said, where'd who go? I feel the need for speed. Anyone? And that's your Super Cool Nerd News, powered by Cinelinx.com.
Wow.
BC, that was probably your best news ever.
There is so much to get to here.
There is some fire.
Don't like my hat? Totally bought it on Monday.
You should keep that on.
I am.
Now, before we get into the news discussion, there's one thing that I want to talk about for a moment, and that has to do with wardrobe. And our wardrobe girl, Sally, she's wonderful at what she does. But seriously, I don't understand why she put us all in blue. We are literally all wearing blue.
And 3 of us are wearing Star Wars shirts.
Yes.
Oh my! And 2 of us are wearing BB-8 shirts.
But we're all
all
wearing
wearing Disney
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God!
Yeah.
They took us over! We didn't even see it coming! They got us! No!
Look, Sally, we gotta talk. We gotta disperse this up a little bit because we even have Disney toys on the table.
Oh
we
my
gotta
God! They got us!
Come on, we gotta figure this out.
Well, that's from Bandai. So.
No, yeah, but seriously, come on now. All right,
Hey.
all right. Sally, we're gonna talk. All right. So anyway, let's talk about a lot of other things. Let's start off with Harley Quinn.
How presumptuous.
Yeah.
Look,
That was pretty quick.
I was objective on that article when I wrote it, but seriously, you ain't even released Suicide Squad, and people hate that Harley.
I think a lot of it though has to do with the fact that DC is trying to get those heroine films out quicker than Marvel because Marvel has not had a single solo heroine film, and they're already going to do it with Wonder Woman and now with Harley
But
Quinn.
you know, the thing is, you can push them out as quick as you want, but if they aren't any good, it doesn't matter.
See, here's
Just
my
saying,
thing though,
DC.
because looking at it, I'm really excited for it. Suicide Squad is still my #1 most anticipated film of this year.
that seems like a reach.
That is the one I was most looking forward to because I don't know what to expect from it.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
I expected greatness from Civil War.
Yeah,
I knew that.
obviously.
I knew what I was getting with
Yeah.
that. Suicide Squad I get the feeling like I got when Guardians of the Galaxy first came out. I didn't know what to expect with that.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, I feel the same way, and everything they've shown me, I have loved. There's not been I even like Jai Courtney in those, and he's the worst damn actor on the planet.
What is wrong with you? Kristen Stewart is the worst damn actor
Now,
on the planet.
I know.
But she's at least pretty.
No, she's not.
I'd bang
She's
it.
not.
Now, I'm usually the guy
She's
that
dead on
bashes
their
DC, but a ray of shining hope happened today when they announced Jeff Johns was going to start getting involved
Yes.
in the DC Cinematic Universe.
That gives a lot of hope.
You don't know Jeff Johns?
Okay.
Jeff Johns is one of the finest writers of comic books that has been out there.
I did not put that in the news for one simple reason. He's been involved. This has been his title. All they really did was say, "Hey guys, we gave them new titles. We switched them a little bit." It's not new. It's the same thing.
He might have actually gotten more responsibility though that we don't know.
I'm
about.
just because I went over it and I read everywhere I could, and everything seemed to say, "Yeah, they're really just retelling you. Hey guys, look.
If they're going to give him more leeway, there's what.
No, that I read an article a couple weeks ago. Jeff Johns really wasn't that involved with it like Kevin Feige was. They're putting him in this role like Kevin Feige, so he will be the man to make decisions.
And that's fun, but also look at that. That has nothing to do with Suicide Squad.
Well, we'll
nothing
see.
to do with Wonder Woman. Nothing to do with. I guess those are the only ones that are in production, or Justice League, which is already in production and filming.
Well, we'll see.
So we got at least 6 years before anything we see from him.
If after the point everything starts to get better, we can probably say it was because of his influence. But yeah, well,
I mean, they've been wanting to pivot ever since BVS came out. I mean, they want to get a little less dark, and I've heard rumors that they want Zack Snyder to kind of go away a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's why Ben Affleck is so involved with Justice League.
Yeah, as well he should be.
Because regardless of what you say, people who didn't like BVS, people who did like BVS, I'm pretty sure most people agree Ben Affleck's part with Batman was incredible.
And Ben Affleck is an incredible director. I mean, you see what he's done.
I literally felt like he was in a completely different movie.
But
Yeah.
Which made me go back and actually believe he was on set changing things in the Bat costume.
I could see that.
we can say horrible things about BVS all day, but moving on.
No, I don't think that was horrible. I think that was actually pretty
No,
good.
I can say
but
horrible
let's.
things about
I'll
let's-
tell you what, though. I didn't say anything about it in the news, but I actually chuckled in the Ghostbusters trailer. I actually got a laugh.
Oh my goodness!
And it was when Thor said we needed a bigger boat. Other than that, it was complete and utter garbage.
Oh my God.
This looks like shit.
Hang on one second.
Okay?
Hang on one second. Hey man, I'll owe you $20. All right.
You know, let me just say this, okay? You know, it's thank you for that news report. And other news, the sky is also still blue. Just wanted to make sure and point that out. But how do you hate the Ghostbusters trailer?
Everything about this looks like a parody of the Ghostbusters. This looks like 50 Shades of Black doing Ghostbusters.
No.
This looks like a Wayne's Brothers fucking movie. It looks like absolute fucking shit. And the people who are like, oh, it's all about we're making women's rights. This is terrible for women's rights. This looks horrible. Everyone about them are caricatures. They're not funny. There's no jokes in it. And they took an actual good black character and made it into the comic relief of the film.
Not all black people are the same.
It's terrible.
Whoa. No, I agree. I agree with what he said. I still don't like Leslie.
Absolutely terrible.
I still don't like Leslie Jones, but at the same time, like, I get what they did. I agree with that part, but everything else I don't agree with.
The only one on there that looks intriguing to me and that I want to see more from her character is Kate McKinnon, because she's the only one that hasn't said a single fucking thing yet.
She has. She said some stuff.
She had that one line with the hat, but that's it.
She said quite a bit. Like in the first trailer, she said more. She didn't say anything in the second trailer.
Dude,
I promise you, I want this to be good. I want nothing nothing more than to go into that theater and walk out going, holy shit, I was so wrong. This is amazing. I just have no faith in this.
Here's the thing, like, you comparing it to a Marlon Wayans film is just,
that's just wrong.
That's just wrong.
It looks like Marlon Wayans does Scooby-Doo with a Ghostbusters paint job.
Absolutely not. You are completely off base on that.
No, not at all. It's just, and look, this trailer was better. It didn't mislead anybody to thinking it was a sequel.
But it also still has a lot of serious tones in it, and that's what you saw in that trailer.
So you see no serious.
There are some serious tones in it.
Jokes. That's what you see. Flat, terrible.
Maybe
jokes.
You're looking at it in a certain lens, but there's a lot more serious tones in this.
I don't see it. It looks like absolute garbage to me.
Rob, you look like you have something to say on this.
I ain't got a damn thing to say.
My favorite comment. My favorite comment from the chat. Straight white rage. Thank you, Show Enough Studios.
Yeah, that is for real.
We love you.
Let's go on to Transformers 5. Speaking of rage, Transformers 5. The Last Night.
Hey guys, did you at least like my jokes?
I don't.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, I got nothing to really dislike except. Okay, I like that Josh Duhamel is coming back because one of my favorite parts of the first three movies were the soldiers.
Yeah.
The Last Night thing.
Can we just say it's Optimus? It has to be Optimus.
Who cares? He even said, recognize one of your knights, and he pulled that fucking sword out. So, yeah, I know. He's the Last Night. That's his face. He's clearly been out in space.
Can I ask this question, though? Like, what's the deal with the whole, like, Knights of the Round Table thing? I'm over this.
The original... actually, in the original lore, there was a group called the Knights of Cybertron.
Sure.
And they were some of the first Transformers. They helped usher in the organization before the war
but to, like, make Grimlock... to do that,
that part was total bullshit.
That's horrible. That's my point, is that they're trying to infuse it as much as possible.
But that's 4, which I walked out of 4. I've literally never seen 4. I've seen 4 maybe twice.
I have seen that movie on in your living room like multiple times.
It's because of the kids.
Didn't you write a review on it?
I didn't even want to review it.
Hey, they like flashy things, right? Kids, because
they're kids.
It's just bright in colors. Yay.
They enjoyed it. That's fine. But it's Transformers 5. I mean, we're gonna get a new cast. I like the soldiers back.
Mark Wahlberg's back.
They're bringing in another girl as well.
Wait, let me just make sure it's Mark Wahlberg from Texas, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
I will applaud.
I wonder if the Texas Irishman is going to be in there again.
Yeah, I hope so.
I will applaud.
You just don't mess with Texas.
Oh god. I will applaud in 4. I liked the voice acting for the Transformers they had. I love John Goodman as Hound.
Yeah.
John DiMaggio as Crosshairs. I didn't like Watanabe.
Racist.
Watanabe as Drift. Why the fuck do you speak in broken English? You're a goddamn Transformer. Fuck you, Michael Bay.
Look, I was really. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I hated them motherfuckers too.
I think Transformers 2 was my least favorite. But I love the twins. They were hilarious.
I don't have anything to dislike yet. So we'll just when it comes out, we'll get to it.
I liked the first one. I really liked the third one too.
Yes, I like those two as well.
The second one was weak.
Agreed.
That fourth was just garbage.
4, they mailed it in. Oh, like there was just nothing to it.
And look, and I get it, and when they announced they have this whole writing crew coming in with Stephen DeKnight as well.
Yeah.
But then we find out, oh, well, Michael Bay's going to come back and do it again. Well, and I love Michael Bay, but he's just going to do what he always does. So
I hope they reboot it. I hope they reboot it without Michael. No, they want to. They want to reboot it, but I hope they do it without Michael Bay.
they've got
My only opinion of these movies is they are review proof. They're going to make a bunch of money. So
yeah, and that's you're still going to see it. And then yeah, I'm about to get to that. You need to get on Arkham Knight or Arkham anything. That is definitely what you need to do.
I own them all. I just have not beat any of them.
this is a cheap way not to do backwards compatibility.
Now, one last thing, and then we'll move on. You actually are very hesitant about the CW mashup.
Yes, just because, like, I will admit I haven't really been keeping up with the shows, just because, like, the first episodes were all really good, and then by the second episode, I wasn't as enthralled anymore. There was just something about it that didn't catch my eye. And even when I came back to Texas, my roommates have been catching up on all the CW shows and everything like that, and I've been kind of watching it with them, and it's like, it looks like I never even freaking left. It looks the same. Apparently...
There are a lot of plots that have changed, though. There's a lot of things that are going on, especially in Flash. I mean, Arrow, it's like the city's in danger.
Admittedly,
I know,
of the ones that I've been watching with them, the Flash has been the best. The one that I've liked the best.
Flash is the best.
I do love Legends, though.
Legends,
I liked the field.
To me, it did get good last episode.
Yeah, it did.
The last episode of Legends, which is the one I saw, was really good. But from what I understand, it hasn't been. They've been trying to do the time thing, and just from what I've seen, it's like it looks like they're trying to do the Doctor Who time thing, but they're not succeeding in it.
You know, I watch both. I watch Doctor Who and I watch Legends. I think it's very different with how they do it because in Doctor Who, there's an overall plot, but it's kind of like every single episode they go to a different place. It's like a monster of the week or a place of the week, and then they get to the whole overall thing. But in Legends, they're looking for Vandal the entire time. So, I mean, I think it's a little different as far as that's concerned.
And you know what's bad? The actor that plays Vandal Savage is so good.
He is.
I don't enjoy the episodes that he's there. I like the other ones when they're having other missions to do. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, and I love him. He's great, and he's great on the show. It's just something about it. I'm like, okay, these are okay.
I'm going to kill you
Yeah.
with my Swedish accent.
Now, I will admit that.
Yeah, how is he Egyptian? I don't understand. Okay, go.
Magic.
Yeah, magic. But then with Supergirl coming in.
Supergirl, I didn't even really like Supergirl, to be honest.
They better pull her off her world and put her in a new one.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even
That's all I want, and I'll be happy.
I didn't even finish the first episode, and I was like,
You know, I agree. No, I completely agree with you because it was very just, I don't know, like it just seemed one note. You know, it didn't look great at all.
It didn't.
He fell asleep.
I watched the entire pilot, and I was like, okay, this is better than the commercial made it to be, but I didn't have CBS, so I couldn't watch any of it.
Yeah.
So now I'm hoping it's all on Hulu. I'll try and catch up.
And see, I liked the extended trailer. I was like, oh, wow, this looks really cool. And then I watched the episode, and I'm like, this is not what I was expecting. This is really bad. And I just turned it off and went about my business.
Yeah.
I like Supergirl, and I want to see a reboot of that character because I think there's a lot of potential that's being missed.
I think so too, and I'm wondering if maybe if CBS had too much of a hand in crafting this character, because you know you look at what Greg Berlanti's done over in CW, I feel like he has a little bit more freedom there, and so he'll be able to craft a better Supergirl. Hopefully, keeping Melissa Benoist, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
she's still great.
The only one I think that this definitely leaving is Ally McBeal.
Yeah, probably.
I think she was only on it because of CBS, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to afford it.
I'm not going to CW.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping is, like, when they bring Supergirl over, that this huge crossover episode maybe is how they reboot her show. And if they do that, then I'll actually watch Supergirl maybe. I'm pretty sure they can pull it off. I'm just apprehensive just because you're doing a crossover with 4 different shows.
Yeah, it's going to get crowded.
She will be the most powerful person in that universe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Which will be nice to see because girl power. But
no.
You think Firestorm's more powerful?
No, but that's a weak weak version of Firestorm. My God, sometimes it's just like, would the two of you shut the fuck up and combine?
See here, yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, you guys have all this power and you never use it.
I know.
Ever.
They don't have the budget to use it, duh.
Probably
if,
not.
If Deadpool was there, he'd be saying, is the budget not in here for y'all's powers or your suit?
But they're always doing shit separately. Combine into Firestorm and set some shit on fire, or change its molecular state because you're Firestorm.
Jefferson, you must go back in time. Let's get separated now. Yo, Gray! No, let's combine.
It frustrates me so much.
I can't do that right now, Jefferson. Don't you know the space-time continuum will get destroyed? Gray, no. Okay, anyway. Could go all day with that. All right, so that is it for Super Cool Nerd News. But before we get to a break, we need a moment to talk about our partners at Loot Crate. Because, I'm going to E3 2016, and that's well established. And we'll talk more about that next week. But you can go to E3 as well. It's easy. Loot Crate's sending you there. All you need to do is be a Loot Gaming member, and 20 lucky fans and lucky subscribers are going to get the chance to go to E3. Now, all they'll do, they're just going to give you a consumer pass. They're not going to get pay for lodging or travel. That's up to you.
But you get in.
But you get in. And this is huge because this is a trade-only event. You can't buy tickets. You have to be in the industry just to get in, to be on the floor. And Loot Crate is going to give just an average consumer, access to the floor, to the games, to everything. It's going to be pretty amazing. So go sign up today and check out more of our unboxing videos on youtube.com/SCNS Live.
And the stuff's coming next week. We got a lot of stuff.
Is it coming next week? Heck yeah, because it's Dungeon! It's going to be cool. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm going to do it. All right. So, we are going to take a break. But while we're taking a break, you are going to be entertained by
Watching
Jason the X showing you Angry Birds, his review on Angry Birds.
I thought he watched Top Gun.
No, Angry Birds. Angry Birds.
No, we'll be watching Top Gun. That's the difference. We're watching Top Gun in 3 minutes.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Jason the X for SCNS Live, powered by Cinelinks.com, and I'm here to give you a review of the Angry Birds movie. Now wait, I know already you're thinking that Jason is going to hate on this movie, but I'm not, because it's actually good. Seriously, I will preface this by saying these movies are for our children. They're not for adults per se, unless you really dig on that kind of stuff. And if you do, you're going to enjoy Angry Birds. I went into this movie not really knowing what to expect, because it almost seems like a property that's about 2 to 3 years too late. But it was still good. First off, it had elements of the video game in it. They were able to integrate it in flawlessly, actually. It actually helped the story go along. So for that, I give you kudos. You stuck with some main principles of the game and got them into the movie. And as far as the humor, it is very, very funny. But it's kind of easy to be that funny when you have a cast of actors like this one does. I have to give nothing but credit to the great voice cast in this movie. Jason Sudeikis, Peter Dinklage, Josh Gad, they all were so funny. Danny McBride, you got Maya Rudolph. I mean, they got Peter Dinklage to do a voice in there. Bill Hader, they were all so funny, and the jokes were very frequent, and there's also a light peppering of adult-only jokes in there. Kids will get them because they're stupid. We'll get them because we know what they're actually meaning. So the basic premise of the movie is these flightless birds live on this island that they've populated and made into a thriving society. And yes, they did go with a bit of a redesign, because otherwise they would just be little puffballs of feathers and beak, which would be kind of creepy when they go to grab things. Now the story revolves around Red, Chuck, Bomb, and Terrence trying to resolve their anger issues, and it's a good mixture. I actually like the jokes they pull back and forth with each other. This is a solid movie. Also, Sean Penn is Terrence. This is great. So, Red is pretty much the outcast of this society, and everybody's just so damned happy. But you know what? They pull it off so well. He's just always annoyed with everybody else on the island, until they get visited by pigs who start populating everything. And they basically come in and they're pretty much pigs. Now, we all know the premise of the game. They steal eggs. They want to eat the eggs, and the birds have to go recover them, which they still incorporated into the movie. Look, people are going to give this thing bad reviews. I know it's going to happen, but honestly, I truly enjoyed this movie. I can't even sit here and tell you there was not anything that I really found as a huge flaw in this movie. It's funny. The animation looks great. The jokes keep coming. It's cohesive with the actual Angry Birds storyline. This isn't an Oscar-winning performance, but look, I'm going to go ahead and say that Angry Birds is a solid 7 out of 10. And definitely worth taking your children to, because they're going to enjoy it and they're going to laugh. And that's what it's all about. Angry Birds opens this week, May 20th, in theaters everywhere. It's a good movie. There's not a lot releasing this weekend. Take your kids, or if you just want just a genuine laugh at something, it's silly, go ahead and drop some money on a matinee and see this. Anyway, guys, that was my honest review of the Angry Birds movie. I enjoyed it. I can't say anything else, except it is an enjoyable movie and perfect for your kids. This is a family movie. Go see it as a family and enjoy it. Well, until next time, guys, I'm Jason the X for Cinelinks.com and SCNS Live. You might want to like this video, subscribe for some other stuff, and until next time, guys, catch you later. Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to an all-new episode of SCNS Live. This is actually our 14th episode of the season. We're approaching summer break, actually.
Summer break's coming up soon because we got a lot of coverage to do this summer.
Lots. Yes, a lot. So, we hope you enjoyed that Angry Birds review. Go check it out. It's coming out this Friday.
I'm glad to hear that Jason liked it.
Yeah.
I went, and you know what? And I said on the review that this is a movie for our kids. Mm-hmm. Go see it with your kids. It's one of those movies that you got to take them to, and
so we can't see it. None of us three cannot see it.
So you know, I'm gonna go see it anyway.
Take my kids with you.
How young though?
Do you really want your kids to go anywhere?
Not legal.
Me?
Got it.
Get them away from me for a little while.
All right. So we have a lot to talk about. We've so much so that we've decided that we're not going to show you a Doctor Who sonic screwdriver review.
It is the new one, but it will be on the channel following the show. Check it out.
That's right.
Well, tomorrow morning.
We mainly cut it out because BC has to go see Neighbors 2 tonight.
No, we're filming a whole nother show after this before I go.
We know.
Don't believe in magic.
We know you do. All right.
I do have to go see that.
Yeah. full transparency. All right. So, but before we get to Con Collision, there's this very serious topic, and Jason, it's part of your Oh Hell No this week. So let's roll the slate, and then Jason, carry it away.
Oh, hell no!
So rarely is an oh hell no delivered right to my door, but damn it, this one was. So I received an invitation to attend a church. If you know something about me, you know this won't be good. So let me read this in brief. My name is Wander Rosario.
Already.
And I am the co-pastor of the Good News Dallas Church. We wholeheartedly hope that you receive this letter. You and your family are well and healthy. I read that verbatim. I write to extend a cordial invitation to this wonderful Bible seminar we have performing around the U.S. This time will be held May 18th to the 21st at the Good News Dallas Church, and I won't give the address. Go look up. It's right.
We missed it.
It's on Saturday. It's free, and we will have 2 sessions at 7:30 and 10:30 a.m. the first day. Wednesday will only be at 7:30 p.m. Education and assessment are based largely on knowledge, and students studying frantically among them. People's lives are so busy they cannot afford to take time off in such a competitive society. People are living without hope, and many people are wandering without knowing how to plan for their lives. The problems of society occur by the absence of proper development of the intellect. The video game addiction. Wait, what? Violence in schools, bullying, divorce, crime, and suicide. Highest thing was video game addiction.
It's a real problem.
We believe a change in heart brings change to life, and a change in life will bring change to the world. In this Bible seminar, we teach you a better way of thinking so you can change society. Through these conferences, you'll be able to learn how you can receive eternal forgiveness of sin, precise as you learn true repentance and faith through the Word of God. We invite you to these conferences addressing topics of the world, of the heart. Why one becomes addicted to video games, or why, although one has everything, one feels empty inside. The roots of these issues can be found in the Bible. It is free admission. Please come learn about the world of the heart hidden in the Scripture. His phone number is two. No, I want to.
It's all right. I'm sure the phone number's up there with the church.
While you're devout, that's fine. Your beliefs, respect. Until you get to this whole video game addiction thing, which seems to be at the top of your list over violence in schools, bullying, divorce, crime, and suicide. Let me talk to you, motherfucker. You delivered this shit to a house where 100%, even the 4-year-old girl that runs around here in her underwear and doesn't flush a toilet, plays video games. So, addiction, I think not. You are a judgmental piece of crap. You want to focus on something? Focus on real problems of the world, not somebody who's playing video games to enjoy themselves. Also, why don't you try a game instead of just being a judgmental douchebag, putting this crap on people's doors? And also, do not give your phone number out and address to just random people. They may quote it on their YouTube show because they are a crazy person. I don't give my phone number out. What? Anyway,
you are a crazy person.
Hey. Regardless, it's judgmental bullshit like yours, saying that all video games are evil and that it's some sort of addiction. Anything can be an addiction when used in excess. Don't pervert your scriptures or your religion for a simple agenda. Thank you. Good night. Fuck you.
All right, there's two things I want to touch on for a second. God bless you. God bless you. So the two things are
God bless you.
I've read the Bible, and not once do they talk about video game addiction. Just gonna point that out for a second.
They didn't have them.
They didn't have them.
I mean,
like, why are you gonna say it's all in the scripture when it's not?
Clearly,
I don't understand that.
Anything done in excess,
Sure,
alcohol, smoking, collecting Disney Infinity figures, there's at some point.
There's another point, though. Did you notice that he did not talk about porn or like sins of the flesh or like adultery or anything like that?
What's wrong
No. Just most of the time they talk about porn and stuff, and instead he talks video game addiction
And this is very
then
high on
crime,
his list.
suicide, all these other things. But not adultery, not porn, not anything like that, like the normal stuff.
Well, maybe casting stones in glass houses.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There's all kinds of shade being thrown in that damn letter.
Read between the lines, people. Read between the lines. All right. Now, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And yes, please go check out the Bible study at Good News Church or something. I don't know.
Or just give them a call and say, fuck off.
Yeah, right. It's just 213, whatever. Which 213? Where the hell's that?
I have
California.
213?
That's LA.
He did.
No, that's 312.
Oh, that's right.
312 is
He
California.
did say this was a traveling sermon.
I gotta look for 213. What's
Anyway.
213 area code?
So, what are we up to? We're up to...
yeah, we're about to do Con Collision.
Oh, the Con
That's LA. You're right. That is LA. What? What?
They're traveling.
Oh my God. All right. So, Con Collision. We've got in a couple weeks. We've got two cons that are on the exact same
in the area.
weekend.
A-Kon 27 and Fan Expo Dallas have somehow decided that they wanted to go head to head and hold two of the biggest conventions in this town on the same weekend. Somebody is being a dick. I'm just not sure. However,
I think we know which one.
exactly.
We know.
we are going to give an objective and biased.
Somewhat.
I can't even really get it out.
It's hurting his soul.
I know.
It's hurting
It is going to be objective and biased as we tell you some of the pros and cons of each one through personal experience and actually.
Cons of the con.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody caught that.
Dang, I should have
Well,
put
we
that
lay
as
out
the title.
the facts for you guys. So, you guys have your sheets. I'll start running
Yeah,
through.
which, by the way, kudos to you. You actually wrote all this down.
you,
You got
thank
this
Yes,
together.
and it's very neutral.
And, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I missed in the chat when we were gonna talk about what this was. So when I saw information on cons, I went and looked, and I thought there was something wrong because there was only two. I was like, I feel like there's a lot more than two. This is weird.
Yeah.
What's going on? Then I kind of figured out what we were talking.
Way to go. Way
The
to go,
light
buddy.
bulb came on. Anyway, so I want to say actually,
figured it out, like,
now
right
on
now.
this though, I did put June 3rd and through the 5th. Actually, A-Kon starts Thursday night with a masquerade
So
ball
June 2nd.
and a few panels and a meet and greet. So I'm gonna give that the advance. A-Kon actually has one extra day attached to this. But anyway, first off, A-Kon 27, Fan Expo Dallas. Thank you. Let's lay out the price first. A-Kon, $70 will get you a 3-day pass.
Okay.
Fan Expo, $89 in advance, $95 at the door for a 3-day pass. Whereas though A-Kon is $50 for Friday and $40 for Saturday, Fan Expo will be
No, you have that wrong. 50 for Friday and Saturday, 40 for
Friday
Sunday.
and 40 for Sunday. Sorry.
Yeah.
They have theirs broken up differently. Whereas Fan Expo is a 25 in advance at the door on Friday, and 25 in advance, 30 at the door on Friday, 50 in advance, 55 at the door on Saturday, 40 in advance, 45 at the door on Sunday. So there's your prices laid out.
It's relatively the same.
It's relatively the same. There's a little bit of a difference. Now, the hours, and I did say this earlier, A-Kon opens pretty much Thursday, 7 p.m. Got the masquerade ball, a couple of meet and greets, the opening ceremony. You can go in and get your tickets early, too.
Is Thursday free?
I don't believe so, but I think all they have is the masquerade ball, and not a lot of people wear their badges. I am not sure on that.
Because it says 70 for 3 days, so I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, that's something I'm not sure on. That's something that
they might
A-Kon does.
Yeah.
What they might do is, you have a badge, you can just go into the panel. But since they have so little going on, it really doesn't matter.
We'll amend that. But also, as far as hours, A-Kon has something going on at all times. They have anime viewing rooms, they have gaming rooms. So it's pretty much from Thursday at 7 p.m. until Sunday 4 p.m. You'll have events going on.
They also still have panels going on late at night. That's when they do the panels that are more
adult-oriented. And they go till about 4 o'clock in the morning. So, whereas Dallas Comic-Con, the hours are Friday at 4 p.m. it starts until 9 p.m. Saturday is 10 to 7 and Sunday is 10 to 5. So, hours, A-Kon has them beat. And, yeah, that's just okay. So I said I put on their venue at the bottom, but I want to go ahead and address venue now. The venue for A-Kon is at the Hilton Anatole, which is a really, really nice venue.
It is.
And it's also a really spacious hotel. A lot of people just get rooms to party and have meetings. So for that one, I'd have to give that one to A-Kon.
Let's hold judgment on that for a moment.
I'll reserve judgment. But the Hilton Anatole, very nice hotel, decorated very nicely, and it's a hotel.
Yeah.
Whereas the K. Bailey Hutchinson Center is a convention center. While it is connected to a hotel, the events do stop at a certain point of the night. So, as far as layout, the Hilton fills up very quickly for A-Kon. It is rather crowded. It is a sea of people going by. The K. Bailey Hutchinson Center is really large with different entrances into some of the events and is laid out a little bit better as far as like the wideness of the hallway. So I want to give them a pass on that. This is pretty much one of those where we've got the look of the place and also the layout. Hilton Anatole looks better. K. Bailey has a better layout.
Also, with the layout of the Anatole, it all depends on how the A-Kon staff directs the traffic, because we had one year where they had registration, dealer's room, and artist alley all in the same area, which caused the fire department to shut down that side of the convention for at least an hour until they were able to maneuver the traffic out because there were too many people. They've changed that. Now they have registration on like the other end of the hotel, and traffic moves a lot smoother now.
They made a better use of space this year, I'll say.
Yes.
But it's nowhere bad as like Irving Convention Center. Now,
oh no.
Parking pretty much at A-Kon will be $20. You either park in that lot right outside and it gets filled fast, or you have to park across the street from 75 and you have to walk a little bit of a distance, which sucks if you're carrying gear. So, whereas downtown parking varies a lot. There is parking available at the convention center. You can also use services like Parking Panda to find them in advance beforehand. I will say there is a lot more parking downtown. It's more accessible and it's priced better.
Well, I think also what you need to think about too is that, you know, we were talking about this earlier, you have more access to get there because you can use the metro or the DART or whatever.
It is a lot better going downtown. The train runs right through there.
Yeah.
Right, and there is public transportation to A-Kon. There is a bus stop right outside. The upside to that, and it really doesn't affect Dallas Comic-Con very much since they have a closing time, but the buses don't stop for a long time after midnight. They're running pretty constantly. The trains, however, stop at a certain point, which I found that out and got stranded really badly after work one night.
It's not a good thing.
The bus schedule.
Yeah.
Or the train schedule, I guess.
So my next point is guests. Now this one is a one-sided fight. The guests for A-Kon: Sharami Lay, Jeremy Inman, Megan Emmerich, Natalie Hoover, Kristen McGuire, Todd Haberkorn, Kyle Herbert, Nicole Marie Jean as far as cosplay, Vampy Bitme, Yaya Han, D. Pitty, and our friend Shaka Cumberbatch as Princess Mentality.
Whoa, Puffy's there?
Shush. D. Pitty.
Yeah, Puffy.
No. the guests for Fan Expo.
Change his name again.
This is almost Stan Lee, Peter Capaldi, William Shatner, Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, John Cusack, Haley Atwell, Chloe Bennett, Lucy Hale, George Takei, Jack Gleason, Anthony Daniels, Peter Mayhew, Katie Cassidy, John Bernthal, Jenna Coleman, Arthur Darville, Freema Agman, Candace Patton, Todd McFarlane, Frank Miller, Steve Bloom. I didn't even make it through all of their guests.
You know you spelled Jason Mewes like the Pokemon?
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
So, guess Dallas Comic-Con has them beat. However, go ahead.
So what you're telling me is I can go get Chloe Bennett to marry me at Dallas Comic-Con.
You stand about as much chance as that as this glass being magically filled with whiskey again.
Ricardo's on it.
Ricardo,
it's not
fill
bad.
his glass.
I don't think there's any more in there. So anyway,
You also
go ahead.
you missed out the band guests that had.
I was getting
A-Kon.
to that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I was getting that. Now, while they do have them as far as celebrity guests. A-Kon has different types of guests. They're going to have live music from people like
Work on it.
Yosei Teiko.
Yosei Teikoho.
Teikoku. There you go.
Season of Ghosts, Steam Powered Giraffe, Frenchie and Punk, Marquis of Vaudeville. Those are really good bands.
The Vaudevillains?
Shut up.
Ha-ha! The rest of the episode is actually going to be dedicated to pronouncing Yusei Teikoku.
I'm the worst Japanese person.
Yes, I can say it, guys. I'm great at names. It's where is it? It's Yusuf Taraki.
Yeah, no, that's hey, good job, bro. You actually
make me throw my best
you're the
whiskey
foremost
glass
expert here because you wrestle.
I do.
And there's wrestling in Japan.
There is.
So therefore, you are
I
part
know
Japanese. Yeah.
Also, another thing, they will have a number of guests in the fashion industry in Japan, which is something. Now, A-Kon is more of a niche thing. This is an anime thing. They don't expand a lot out. And Fan Expo does have quite a few voices. I didn't even put them on there. They have our friend Steve Schimmel, Mike McFarlane will make an appearance there, and it seems like they sometimes make appearances at A-Kon. It almost looks like they got pulled away from there.
Probably. They got paid probably more to do that.
That's pretty much the facts being laid out. Now, here comes the opinion part. Now, I know I have strong opinions against Fan Expo. I'm going to remain objective before I say that.
So he's going to need to be quiet.
As far as this guest list, this is good if you want to see these people. But if you want autographs or pictures with these people, you are going to be paying.
A lot.
Fan Expo is the money con. You want these things, you're going to be paying money. You're already paying a lot at the door. So you're going here to get stuff and get these autographs. Get ready to shell out some dough.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Really quickly, with the whole guest thing. Sometimes the what's the word I'm thinking of?
Guest.
No.
Bread.
Ninja
I'm just
Turtle.
trying to word like different words.
The representative.
There it is.
Sometimes the representative will let you go up and shake their hand and tell them that you admire them or whatever for free. Sometimes. Other times they'll be like, no, they're a little busy. Either buy something or leave. And with some of them, like William Shatner, that's probably what's going to happen.
Well, that's usually what happens. But then, I mean, there's varying degrees of that. Right. And I think it's, if you're going to say the con, you should also say the pro. I mean, you have other guys that, I can't remember his name right now, but he played, no, it's not representative. He was in Walking Dead, and he was also in Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't remember his name right now.
Michael Rooker.
Yeah, Michael Rooker. They were saying, hey, you should not like give a hug or anything like that. He was taking selfies with people. He didn't care. There's those people who will do it, but
It all depends on the...
Well, that's the personal star and what they decide to do.
Exactly.
Sure, but that's what I'm saying,
Which
is
we
that
can't base
if
a
you're
lot
going to
off
say
of
the pros, you're going to say the cons, we also need to say everything.
Sometimes you just want to go and see these people, which you can do. You can go there, hey, there they are.
I mean, Manu Bennett was very cool with us. It's the same thing.
Not even from...
So let's go into the value. All right, let's kind of like stable this for a second and get it on the rails. Value. Price, $70 for 3 days. $50 for Friday only. Friday, $50 for Friday and Saturday only. Man, I need punctuation on this. And then $40 for Sunday only.
Also, let me preface that with, this is now. This is not like if you had purchased your tickets in advance.
Sure.
Or anything. I'm just talking about right now.
Yeah, and then that's for A-Kon. For Fan Expo, $89 in advance, $95 at the door, $25 advance, $30 at the door for Friday. That's pretty cheap. $50, $55 on Saturday. That's comparable to A-Kon. $40, $45 on Sunday. For value based on price, who wins?
I'm going to go ahead and say A-Kon because these close. And at no point are you here right at opening for Dallas Comic-Con till close. Whereas A-Kon, there's people there.
We'll get to hours in a moment. I'm talking about physical price. Just value based on price alone. Which one wins out?
A-Kon.
I'm still gonna say A-Kon.
A-Kon?
A-Kon.
All right.
I'm gonna give them a tie on that because of the parking situation.
That's probably a good
The
idea.
parking will pretty much.
You're putting all these elements that we're about to get to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say you get.
though.
Okay.
I know.
Let's
but
say you get
we have
dropped
like
off.
different segments on here too.
Well, no, but if you look at price, you're going to talk about, what wins for the price? Well, for the price, it also involves these different elements that he's talking about.
Well, if you're going to throw that in there, if you're going to throw in parking, then Fan Expo would win. Because for A-Kon, because parking is not available at A-Kon. It's the most atrocious thing ever. Because Hilton Anatole has no parking at any time you ever get there.
To support a con.
Yeah.
Whereas downtown does have parking everywhere because they aren't right around there at the
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't necessarily go hand in hand. If you want to throw that in there, then it's going to weigh the scales.
Okay, for the benefit of the argument, I will go ahead and take parking off the table and just say that A-Kon is probably a better deal.
Okay. I agree. I already checked that off.
Okay.
So now going into hours, we already said that, A-Kon's the party that never stops.
Exactly.
So if you're going to a con to stay there for as long as you physically possibly can stay awake, A-Kon's going to be your best bet. If you want to just go there, get in, get out, really both of them would work, but Dallas Comic-Con is that kind of con. You get in, get out. Get in, get out, go when you like.
And whereas, Fan Expo ends, and then you're a part of the cattle call that must all leave at the same time.
Whoo, they are turning the lights on and off.
Oh, they really are.
Get out.
Yeah. I mean, and at the same time, guests leave too. They might leave early. They might you might get there late, and the guest is already gone. Because, yeah. So, I think, obviously, A-Kon wins on that one, too. So, yeah, let's get into parking now. So, we've talked about it a moment. A-Kon, $20 to park. And that's if you're lucky.
Now, the upside to that is it's not one day. It's until you leave that lot. So if you parked there, say on Thursday night, and you're not planning to leave that lot until Sunday, that's a pretty good deal to me.
Oh, that's if you have a hotel room as well.
But
yeah.
then you're paying for the hotel and everything, too.
One would think if you're paying for the hotel, you've already paid for that in advance, and that doesn't.
Yeah, we're not going to count
Sure.
that.
Yeah, we
That's
wouldn't count
if you
that.
stay. Although you do have
Unless you park one car there.
And then you have another one come and pick people up.
I will give this as another bonus.
put
You can actually stay at A-Kon,
Yes, you can.
but that's the cost of a hotel room. Yeah, you can get one at the Omni.
Yeah.
but you're at the Omni.
Yeah.
You're not like going and partying more at the con. So.
Man, if you're at the Omni, man, you might be like even caviar. Like they might leave caviar on your pillow instead of chocolate.
And
It's quite nice. There's oyster crackers.
right across the street is a Sheraton, and their prices are usually a lot better.
Yeah.
Actually, my first A-Kon, when they were first at the Anatole, I stayed at the Sheraton across the street in a suite with with like 5 other people, and it was only $50 a person.
Oh wow.
For
Wow.
the for all 4 days.
That's not bad.
No, it was not, and I don't think the prices have gone up that much. I think they've started going up a little bit to compete with the Anatole, a little.
They get what
get
people are doing.
Right, but they're still keeping them pretty low because they know that they're going to come there instead of the Anatole if they can afford it, because it's a hop, skip, and a jump across the street, and you're in the hotel room.
So I think we can give the edge to Fan Expo on this one.
And one that I didn't put in here, but I was talking with our friend Halo Sama the other day. The Artist Alley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one will we give the edge to on that one?
I would have to
A-Kon.
say A-Kon.
The way that Dallas Comic-Con has it set, or Fan Expo has it set up,
They don't care.
They have it mixed in with all the vendors, and I actually had a friend tell me that they just left because their whole goal was to find art in the Artist Alley, and they kept getting distracted and pandered to by all of these vendors. They couldn't find the artists.
Which we owe Jenny Breeden some alcohol this year. We're sorry, Jenny.
We love you, Jenny.
Well, I mean, also on an artist standpoint, it's more expensive to go to Fan Expo.
Yeah, table costs. Mm-hmm. They have got it beat. Damn.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of artists are saying they don't make as much money at Fan Expo either.
Which is surprising.
Because people are spending money.
Right.
They're spending it on the guests and the autographs and the photo ops and things like that, which if I were going to Dallas Comic Con, that's what I would spend my money on. I wouldn't spend it in the artist alley. I'd have maybe $5 left over to buy a pin or something.
Now, on that, as long as we're on artist alley, dealer room.
Yeah.
Let's compare the two dealer rooms because honestly, the dealer room at Fan Expo seems like a lot of repeats of stuff. I know I go there a lot. I'm always looking for stuff to buy. But it always seems like there's a repeat of things. Whereas A-Kon actually has individual stores like Image Anime that I like. Bandai Tamashii Nations actually makes a booth there, which I'm coming. Baby, I'm coming to spend some money. Dad is coming home.
Also, Nighthawk Armory.
Nighthawk Armory.
Yeah.
As far as like
Funimation
selection,
too, though, too.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll.
There is a more
Anime Pop.
broad selection of items in that dealer room. Like you go forth and you're just seeing new stuff. Whereas like I saw that figure and I wonder if I can get it from that figure from that guy for a better price at Fan Expo. So I'm gonna have to give the edge to A-Kon on dealer room and artist alley.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, for sure.
Also, I guess that would go in personal experiences, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, we'll get to personal experience in a moment. But I did want to get to cosplay. I mean, that's something we don't have obviously on here. I think for guests, we can skip that because we know that Fan Expo is going to win on that one.
Yeah.
But as far as cosplayers are concerned, I mean, are they more, I guess, ornate and like, I guess just overall better at A-Kon versus at Fan Expo, or is it different?
I don't see as many cosplays at Fan Expo, and the ones I do see are really ornate and pretty. Like there was a Princess Sarah from Labyrinth one year with a Jareth, and their costumes were, I don't know how they did that. It was really pretty. Whereas at A-Kon, I see a lot more cosplays, and depending on like what time of day it is, what day it is, will depend on how ornate it is. If it's Saturday,
it's everything.
Everything.
That's like the Oscars for for cosplay.
Now the thing I like about A-Kon though is that it seems like there is a lot more cosplay, but there's also a lot more cosplay photography going around. Maybe because of the setting of the hotel is very nice. It's very spread out. You have an outdoor area.
Oh, that place is beautiful.
Area. So there's a lot of photo shoots being planned there. So if you are a cosplayer, this is probably where you want to go to showcase and get your picture taken. Whereas Fan Expo, you're gonna go and people attending are going, "Oh my God, can I get a picture of you?"
Yeah.
Right. A-Kon is definitely I want to do a photo shoot with someone, so I'm going to photo shoot with this person in the gardens at this fancy hotel.
So we'd say it's the cosplayers con.
Yeah, it's more of a cosplayers con, which is fun.
And then as far as venue, let's quickly hit that. Hilton Anatole versus Kay Bailey Hutchinson Center. I don't think you can beat Hilton Anatole.
As far as look, no, you can't. I mean, I'm going to give all the people that attend A-Kon some credit. Thank you for not fucking up this hotel and getting us kicked out of there.
Dude, man, they've happened before, but not this one.
But I will give the edge as far as layout to Kay Bailey Hutchinson just because the halls are very wide and you can get in. Whereas, like I said, you have that sea of people at A-Kon. But you know what? That's getting two places.
I'll tell you what, WrestleMania Access at Kay Bailey was perfectly set up.
It's made for conventions. The Hilton Anatole is smaller conventions, and it's a hotel.
But it does get really crowded in the Anatole.
I'm saying that, exactly. It's not made... The convention center is a convention center with a huge arena area, a huge single floor for you to walk on with multiple entrances and exits out, which at A-Kon, they only have the one that you can go through.
Yeah.
We have the line where we played Frogger.
Yeah, that was fun. Thank you. Yeah.
So... layout, I'll give it to Kay Bailey. Look and atmosphere, Hilton Anatole beats him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now let's go into personal experience. I mean, because we've all been to one. Yeah, have you actually been to Fan Expo?
I went to A-Kon. I have not been the other one.
Okay, so you can talk about your experience at A-Kon.
I was drunk.
And while you were drunk, how great of an experience was it?
I think it was good. Everyone told me I had fun.
Excellent. Didn't you... was that the one you interviewed someone and said you're hot?
That was some funny video, yeah.
Oh my God, that video was my favorite.
Wow.
That video was awesome.
She was such a good sport.
Yeah.
I just love the intro, like, oh, who's that guy? Oh, that's a hot dog vendor. But he's dressed as a character.
So, personal experience, I mean, okay. So, Fan Expo is actually the first convention I went to, and it was over at Irving.
Right.
What awful. I mean, the sardine can that is
I'm tired.
Irving.
I'm over it.
But, you know, it was fun, but it's, you know, I bought a lot of things at the dealer room. There was a lot of stuff for superheroes and, you know, video games and stuff like that. You know, it was really cool and it was a lot of fun. But, man, you know, I don't want this to be a one-sided victory at all. I want it to be objective, but A-Kon was just so much fun. I mean, you knew everybody. The art was just incredible over at the Artist Alley, and I'm a sucker for, like, amazing art. And A-Kon is just, it feels, I guess, home. Like, it just feels better. There's more access, and there's more stuff to do. And I think that's important for a con. Because every time you go to a fan, like something like Fan Expo, it's, okay, you go over, you hear this guy talk. Okay, you go over, you sit in line. Oh, hey, look, it's that guy over there. That's about it. Versus at A-Kon, there are specific little events that are happening that are more entertaining. You know, it's meant to entertain you versus Fan Expo is meant for you to meet your favorite star and get the hell out.
And I will also like to say that panels at A-Kon, panels are going on constantly.
Yes.
There are multiple ones going on at the same time.
Yeah.
They beat out Fan Expo in that. And granted, they're going to have a panel where it'll be your favorite star talking to you for a while. That's stuff that I'm not saying don't attend something like that. That can be awesome.
Yeah, but it's a little annoying at sometimes too, where it's like you go over there and you're like, so you were on X-Files?
Where it's like
what
we're
was
at
it like?
Akon, where it's like a lot of fan-based panels.
Yeah.
So fun on those A-Kon.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're always going on too. That's the other thing.
How I judge fun at a con, because I generally always have fun of some kind at a con, is can I walk around this convention by myself and still enjoy myself? And with Dallas Comic Con, no. I did not enjoy just walking around wandering by myself because there wasn't anything to entertain me. There were a few panels going on, but they were And then at A-Kon, hell, I don't even have to go to a panel. I can just walk around and people watch. I can walk around and, well, a lot more of my friends go to A-Kon. Run into all of my friends there. I can explore the Artist Alley for the 10th time and find art I still didn't see the first time.
The interaction factor.
Yeah.
The interaction. And just going to say, the artists in the Artist Alley are super sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every single one of them I've ever gone up to and talked to has always been super nice. Be nice to them. Please.
And I know the videos that we pulled from our art correspondent, you know, the ones that we did in the our Artist Alley for A-Kon were awesome. So,
Yeah. And then also, really quickly,
yeah, go ahead.
With panels at A-Kon, I enjoyed the panels at A-Kon more, not just because they're anime, because anime is apparently my life, but...
So you've got a corner for it.
I do. But also, they have a lot more fan interaction panels. There was, an anime Jeopardy game that they had, and they had that going on multiple days. They had cosplay chess. They have cosplay chess every year, which if you've never seen cosplay chess, please go to this event. It's people in cosplay doing chess on a giant board and fighting each other, and it's kind of great. Please watch that.
One thing that I'm gonna say that's a little, I guess I'm gonna sound like an old man for a moment. I hate the lighting at Fan Expo. I hate it. It's too bright. It's too bright.
Jim Ross would have a big problem with that. That's Jim Ross's biggest thing. You gotta have good lighting.
Yeah. Yeah, and you do. And like every time I go into Fan Expo, it's just too bright. I'm just like, oh, I think I see Michael Rooker. Like, I hate it. Like, I always feel tired when I get in there just because my mind is trying to comprehend the amount of light. Versus A-Kon feels more natural.
Well, A-Kon has a lot of skylights, so they have a lot of natural light coming in. They really don't turn the lights on until the sun starts going down.
Or in the dealer room, really.
Or in the dealer's room.
Yeah, because there's no natural light in there.
They have the lights on in the dealer's room, but they don't have them on, like...
Full blast. Oh
on
my
full
God.
blast. They have it on, like, mid-grade, I would say.
On the dealer room side, they do have them up bright, but then that's the dealer room. So
Yeah, I can deal with that just because since that room doesn't have a room for natural light.
I need to see the products I'm buying.
Exactly. And a lot of the booths even have extra light on their booth because look at our stuff.
Yeah.
Shiny, look at our things.
So I think it's pretty unanimous. Akon wins as far as our votes are concerned. I mean, if we're really, because all of our votes that we've put down, we've mostly said that Akon's the best. So I think, most people should take away that if you want to have a great time, go to Akon. However, most people are going to go to Fan Expo too, because there's not as big of a anime crowd or fan base versus that that nerd, the large nerd, that will be for Fan Expo. So at the end of the day, it's whatever you want to do. I think our personal preference though would be Akon, but I think really though the champion of all cons is QuakeCon. So there's that.
I would also say I was fair and balanced.
You were actually.
I'm very proud of
Although I think the whole segment though is skewed because we all know that Akon was gonna win.
Yeah.
We all knew. Secretly, we all kind of knew.
We had our reason.
We did.
But anyway.
I mean, we've even sent emails saying we're going to Akon, But anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Before we exit the show, there is one thing we want to talk about, and that is Cinelinx' new Kickstarter, Cinema of Attraction.
Yes. It is a game that Matt and I actually got to play test.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
We're on the video of it, too.
Think Cards Against Humanity meets filmmaking. And it's a lot of fun. The Kickstarter's up right now. It's doing well, but how Kickstarters will drop off after they've started. So a link will be at the bottom in the comment section. Please go check it out. If it's something you like, it's a very low dollar donation. We're going on amount of pledges, not like the big high dollar ones. So check it out. If it's something that you think you can get into, it's a low price. Give us a pledge.
Yep. And definitely go check that out. We already had it on there like a couple of weeks ago, but we decided to restart it because there was a couple of language stuff that we wanted to fix and work on. And now it's just perfect. It's better than ever. Get on there, sign up, donate, because this is a game you want. It really is. It's a whole lot of fun, and it's just a blast. We'll probably be playing it on here on one of our game nights that we do. All right, so that is it for the show. Guys, go check out Cinelinx.com for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Check out the recap. One of us will be doing it. Not sure. It's most likely going to be him because I live in Egypt now. And then go check out the Father Gamer podcast. He has a brand new episode up right now. He talks about enemas. So, yeah. Why not?
Saturday morning, don't forget.
It talks about enemas?
Enemas, yeah. He talks about Pokemon and enemas. So, seems like a good show.
This town needs an enema.
Yeah. And then, yes, this Saturday morning.
Please check out Nerd Interference going live at 10 a.m.
We do that show.
The boys were talking to y'all do bicycling or something, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Bicycles.
We actually do need to get into the Olympics. Anyway, we'll get to that later. And then you have a very special anime corner coming up.
Yes, I do. Be on the lookout for an anime corner about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because that has consumed my life for the past year and a half now.
You've even got a hat.
I even have a hat.
Wait, where's the hat?
Where's my hat? Where's my hat?
The hat disappeared.
Oh, it's over there.
Bizarrely, it left. All right, so guys, join us next week. It's a very special episode next week. It is I believe it's called not really, I want to call it summer finale, but it's not necessarily the summer finale.
It's our break as we get into
summer break.
A lot of the cons that we'll be attending. There will be a lot. We're not going to be totally away. There will be videos still coming out and everything. But we are going to take a bit of a break during the summer because we do cover a lot of cons.
E3, SC.
Flash and Arrow take breaks all the time.
They do. So we might as well. They do it mid-season after the winter break. They go away for a month and they don't explain themselves. It's the most annoying crap in the world. But
and
we'll
then
get
they come back for one episode and they're gone again.
Yeah.
Bullshit. And then South Park, you never even know when that season starts or ends.
That's true, actually. That's why I left South Park. I don't go back. All right, so yes, check out next week. We're going to have a very fun episode, and some punishments will be redeemed. So, that's it for the show. So, guys, thank you again for watching us. You can check you out
at Jason the X on Instagram and Twitter, and follow Trump Pressbot 9000.
God.
We don't know that guy.
I saw that notification and I was like, who the hell was that?
Yes.
You can follow me at Move the Joystick on Instagram. I don't do anything. And on Twitter. Check me out over there. And then you?
You can find me on Instagram at Korodono. It's Korodono. Pretty easy.
Great.
finally made it so people could.
Oh my god!
And then you can also find me on Tumblr at Hannibal Bananable. That's Hannah like the name,
That's amazing.
dash Bananable. I'll have a rant about Tumblr I think later.
Yeah.
But you can find me there for the time being.
All right, champ.
And of course, you can find me at MPX when it comes back, GWF when we have another match, NCWA every now and then, and on Twitter and Instagram at RealJackassBC, RealJackassBC.
But of course, you should follow us at SCNS Live and like our Facebook page at facebook.com/SCNS Live. Subscribe to our YouTube page at youtube.com/SCNS Live.
What the hell is he doing?
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to do.
I did your piece in boot pics.
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you. Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you. Love you, buddy.
And of course, you can follow the Professor Chris K over at
Danger Show.
Chris Danger Show.
And also follow the Twitch.
And Ricardo, where the hell did
and
Ricardo
Twitch,
go?
yes, because he does SMG every weekend. Also, don't forget to check out the Cinelinks Twitch. I was doing some Uncharted and all this other stuff too. So, guys, as we always end the show, keep on nerding. Titties! Titties!
Okay, we're clear.
Where the hell did Ricardo go?